And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road today. We are at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue here on the Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26 on this Tuesday, July the 9th. You see the countdown to high school football, 45 days, 9 hours, 14 minutes, and counting. And of course, all the fall sports are practicing, as we told you yesterday. That would be volleyball, cross country, boys and girls cross country, boys and girls golf, and girls soccer. So 5 sports total. And you add the girls and the guys, I guess that'd make you, what, eight sports total? Football, volleyball, girls cross country, guys cross country, girls golf, guys golf, and soccer. 7. 7 fall sports. We're here again at Phil's Dream Pit. Oh, yes. The quest for perfect barbecue pulled up. They were standing in line to get in the place. Always do. Of course, they're closed on Mondays and Sundays and Mondays. Chronologically correct. So when you come here, be ready to go as far as a crowd because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 tables already full here out of 5 possible. So, and we love it, and they love it. And so right now they've got, gosh, this young man over here, he got the chicken platter. He got him some, what'd you say, hash brown casserole and mac and cheese. You're a regular. What's your first name? Garrett? Garrett's here all the time, he said. Can't beat it. Hash brown casserole. Mac and cheese. That's what my girl gets all the time. And of course, the chicken platter. But you've got the, gosh, where do I start? The sampler platter. One of the big things right now is folks having all these outdoor get-togethers. They're buying meat by the pound. We're going to talk about that coming up here in a little while with Cassie. He'll be with us today. We're going to be also joined by Jeff Beverly a little bit later on. Bevo, Jeff will be bringing in the latest in Tennessee football, Tennessee recruiting for football, Tennessee football getting ready. Of course, they're going through summer workouts. The Lady Vols, the men's team, baseball, whatever else he wants to talk about pertaining to the Volunteers. We'll talk about that coming up. Also, Hank Brown joins us. The Crazy Eights Road Race not that far away, part of Fun Fest coming up 2 weeks from Saturday. We had the honor of him seeing that event, and so we'll talk to Hank. Got some big names coming in the world of road racing coming to town to try and win big bucks for the Crazy Eights Road Race, part of Fun Fest in Kingsport. So Hank will join us. So if you don't have lunch plans, come out and hang with us. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Garrett says you won't be disappointed. I can tell you, you won't be disappointed. It's good stuff. So again, here at Phil's, as we work our way through this show number 2104. They laughed and said it wouldn't work. 2000 and number 4 show, 2104 I should say. And so we appreciate that very much. We continue to click them off. We're heading to 2200. Be a while, but, well, 96 shows away, as a matter of fact. But we'll slowly click them off day by day by day. Tomorrow, back at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Thursday, we'll be at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton. Then on Friday, we'll be at Food City in Elizabethton, kicking off the Food City Friday and kicking off the big weekend. Tonight, we have a meet and greet. Going to live stream 2 new coaches at Elizabethton High School. Greg Barrientos, the new volleyball coach, and also the new baseball coach, Mike Korn. The Cyclone Nation gets a chance to meet these 2 guys tonight. These 2 gentlemen, we'll interview them. We'll stream it live tonight at 6 o'clock from the Commons at Elizabethton High School. Dylan Favor, the basketball coach, Sullivan East, leaving to take a job at Gwinnett County, Georgia. We wish him the very best. Great guy. Got everything out of his team. You know, he played most of last season with 7 or 8 guys on the roster. And still was a very successful coach and had them playing hard. So he can coach, and Gwinnett County's gain is Sullivan East loss, in my opinion. And also, Jesse McMillan leaving Dobyns-Bennett, or leaving Volunteer as the head football coach, to be on the staff now of Joey Christian at Dobyns-Bennett. And so Mike Castle is the new interim head football coach for the Volunteer Falcons. So there's a couple of coaching changes that we want you to know about. All right, the national anthem, here we go, front and center. Let's let it rip. Who's going to do it? How about the Kingdom Heirs out of Dollywood on the Tom Taylor Sports Show?
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart hearts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show again, live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for a perfect barbecue. Now, Garrett got the chicken. Some of the other platters, well, let's talk about the sandwiches. Pulled chicken, pulled pork, sliced brisket, pulled beef. Of course, he got the platter, my man over here, who told me he is a graduate of Anderson County, which is a place they play pretty good football at down there in the land of the, what they call it, the greatest show on turf? Yeah. The band and then the fireworks and all that, Anderson County. Anyway, he works up here now. You live up here too? Live up here? Yep. So anyway, enjoyed meeting Garrett. All right, so the platters, you have your choice of the platters. Where are they? Oh, here they are, right in front of me, Tom. Be a snake had bit me. So anyway, pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef, sliced beef, chicken salad meal, the sliced turkey meal, the pork wings, the 3 ribs, the 3-rib meal with your sides, your choice of baked beans, green beans, hash brown casserole, potato salad, macaroni and cheese, macaroni salad, coleslaw, any of those you can choose from. Hello, Doug Henshaw. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia watching. Glad you're back with us. I'm glad I'm back. Came back yesterday after a week off. It was okay, 2 or 3 days. It was all right, but then I said, I want to get back to the show, which is probably some kind of a sickness on my part. But anyway, it was okay for 2 or 3 days. And I said, man, I want to get back, talk to you guys about sports. So anyway, we're at Phil's Dream Pit, meat by the pound. I'll tell you about that for a second. Cassie's going to tell you more about it when she gets here. But the meat by the pound is something you can purchase, again, at Phil's Dream Pit. And the daily specials, they've got those. The brisket, the pulled beef, the pulled chicken. Let's see. Pork daily special, the turkey daily special, the chicken salad, all that available here at Phil's Dream Pit. Phone number to call, by the way, is 349-6437, or you can just get on the web at philsdreampit.com. So anyway, they are rocking. They always do. So college football. How would you like to be the guy that gets the assignment for this guy? The Georgia Bulldogs have signed a guy. It's pretty crazy, really. Get to the story here. Yep, here it is. The Georgia Bulldogs have signed a football player, an offensive tackle, 6'11", 304 pounds. No, 340 pounds, I'm sorry. 6'11", 340 offensive tackle for the Georgia Bulldogs. Jazari Jackson. Spent the last 3 years playing basketball with the Atlanta-based Overtime Elite program. Said, I want to play football. I want to try it. So he is committed to Kirby Smart of the Bulldogs yesterday. Picked Georgia over Florida, Florida State, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. He's 20 years old. He's 6'11" and 340 pounds. Can you imagine? When you get ready to play Georgia, go, okay, Tom, you got that guy over there. Good luck. 6'11", 340-pound offensive tackle Jazari Jackson. I don't know how much football he's played. Who cares? Jazari's son, when they snap that ball, you just hit that guy over there. Just plow him under. At 6'11", 340 pounds. Wow. So, and he will. I guarantee it. He will. Now, we'll get to baseball here in just a few minutes. Again, new coaches. Dylan Favor leaving Sullivan East, boys basketball coach, heading to Gwinnett County, Georgia. Jesse McMillan leaving as the head football coach at Volunteer. He is now on the staff of Dobbins Bennett. And Mike Castle's the interim football director at Volunteer. The Cyclones will see Volunteer later on the season. They're in our conference, so we'll deal with that when we get to them. We are 45 days away from Science Hill. 9 hours and 3 minutes. We went down the schedule yesterday who is playing where and when for the opening night of high school football, I should say, in 45 days. All right, so we'll get to baseball. Got a lot of Major League Baseball to talk about, including the entrance into the Home Run Derby coming up on Monday night in Texas. Hello, Jeremy Marlowe. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you, sir. There's Baker. She's going to be with us Friday, talking about Friday Night Lights. Geneva Jackson, there's a new name. Thank you, Doug Henshaw. Thank you, sir. Jimmy Stout, Linda Wagner. Baker gives Phil's Dream Pits 2 big hearts. I never see her give anybody any hearts except Scotty. So there you go. Coach Steve Shipley, how you doing, sir? Got a basketball opening, sir. If you'd like to come back to the Tri-Cities, coach at Sullivan East. They would be getting a good one if they get Coach Shipley to come back. All right, here's something from the you don't really want to do this, is throwing gas on the fire column. All right. Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon. They started booing him. All right. Well, the guy that was playing, his last name was Rune, so they don't know whether he was saying Rune or boo, but it made him mad. So, during his on-court post-match interview, Djokovic spoke briefly about the match, then went into a discussion about the people in the stands. Why would you do that? You think they booed you yesterday or today? What about the next time you go out? Because now you've thrown gas on the fire. My mama used to say, when somebody does something you don't like, just ignore them. Hopefully it'll go away. Hello, Kyle Evans. How you doing, sir? Anyway, Djokovic did not. So this is his quote to the fans in the stands after he won. To all the fans that have respect and stayed here tonight, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. To all those people that have chosen to disrespect the place and the player, in this case me, have a good night, he says. Good night. He strings it out. A very good night. Stretching out the O's and good as they were sounding like boos. Now, why would you do that? Because now when he goes out to play, whenever he gets back out in center court of Wimbledon, whether it's today, tomorrow, whatever the schedule is, what are they going to do? I mean, all he's done, as I said, thrown gas on the fire. They're going to wear him out. I've been on the tour more than 20 years, so trust me, I know all the tricks. I know how it works. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I focus on the respectful people and the ones that love tennis. And then he came back and said something really stupid at the end of this. I played in much more hostile environments. You are not a smart guy, I'm just telling you. Maybe a very talented tennis player, and he is, obviously. He's won Wimbledon 7 times. He was a runner-up to Carlos Alcaraz last year. His final quote was, "You guys can't touch me." Are you kidding me? How dumb can you be, sir? You're an outstanding tennis player. You guys can't touch me. I've played in more hostile environments than this. So what are they going to do the next time he plays? I don't know when he's scheduled to play again at Wimbledon. But you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to absolutely wear him out. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Anyway, that's Novak Djokovic. He makes a whole lot more money than I do, but I don't think he's any smarter than I am because I would never do that. Get to the microphone and say, all you people up there who disrespected me, that's okay. It doesn't bother me. I've played in more hostile environments than this. You can't touch me. Ooh. Whoo. They'll run him out of the place. Hello, Rob Stout. Hello, George Wedderburn. Another new name. Thank you, sir. Hey, we're live here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up. We got some NASCAR. We've got some more college football. 6'11", 340-pound offensive tackle, Jazari Jackson. Holy smokes. 6'11", 340 pounds, Jazari Jackson. It just scares me to say it. Good night. Dream Pack, something you can get here at Phil's Dream Pit. They sell a bunch of them. Here's our man, Brian Pipkin, on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream Pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertising out from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, 1.5 quarts of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want, $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media?
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is.
That's
our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. On to Dr. Justin Smith from Physical Therapy Services. Folks out there may not know. Tell us what it's all about. What's PTS all about?
So PTS is all about just getting people back to the things that they enjoy, the things that they love. Whether it is the athlete that's wanting to get back to playing on the high school, collegiate, even the professional circuit, or it's maybe the grandmother that just wants to be able to hold her grandchild without her shoulder hurting, or her neck hurting, her back hurting. So from womb to tomb, we've got you covered, whether it's the pregnant female that's having some sort of pelvic floor back pain issues, all the way up to the individual that just wants to be able to get out of the chair again, and everything in between. We got them covered. So we've been in business since 1980. We're the oldest private practice in the state of Tennessee. We're still going strong, and we will continue to be successful because we do things the right way. And ultimately, we take care of the patient that's in front of us. And as long as we do that, everything works out well.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook, Physical Therapy Services. All you got to do is just look up Physical Therapy Services or Physical Therapy in Elizabeth, and we should be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with us. Call us, email us, 543-0073 or ptsstaff@yahoo.com. With any questions or issues that you have, we'll point you in the right direction. If we can't help you, we know the people that can.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks, making it go, Cyclone Sports, the Tom Daly Sports Show, the good folks at Physical Therapy Services. Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, look who stopped by, our buddy Hank Brown from the Crazy Eights Road Race. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Sorry
doing
about
good.
that.
Yeah, it's loud in there. There you go. I'm doing fantastic. Numbers are up. That's what you said. Registration's up.
Yeah, numbers are a little up. We're not way up, but we're up. So we're always happy to be up from last year. So.
It's better than being down.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's how I look at it.
We are always watching the numbers. What we found out this year on most events, most races, are that we're continuing an upward trend from COVID, and we're getting back to pre-COVID type numbers at events. So that's always good to hear. So.
We have new listeners every day. We appreciate that very much. And we have folks out of state. So you look on the screen and go, Crazy Eights, what in the world, what are you talking about? So if you would, please give them an overview of what it's all about.
Okay. It's coming up Saturday, July 20th. So it's a week from this coming Saturday. It's in Kingsport, Tennessee. It's part of the Kingsport Fun Fest Festival, a very large and very fun festival in Kingsport for a full week. And this is the first Saturday night of Fun Fest. It's one of the premier events during the festival. Started out a long time ago as just a little run up on Bays Mountain, and it has grown over the years. It was a midnight run at one time, and now it's just a late night race, and finish under the lights at J. Fred Johnson Stadium at Dobyns Bennett High School. It is the USA Track and Field National Championship for men and women.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and so it's an 8 kilometer run. It's a 3K run walk. Also, we have little 8s runs and special 8s runs. We have a lot of things going on pretty much all day, but the evening, Saturday evening, is when it all happens.
So being at a national championship, the big dogs are coming, the stars of the show, if you will, of the men's and women's. So some of the big names that are coming, who are some of the who's?
Well, we've released a few names. We got a probably list of 40 to 50 men and women that are coming. I think we've got about 30 men and about 20 women right now committed to coming to the race. That always changes the last week or so before the race, just because, these professional athletes, they've got injuries, they've got other things happening. So hopefully we'll hang in there with the field we have. We some of the couple that we announced a few days ago, about a week ago. On the men's side, Diego Estrada, he is a real interesting story. He's actually kind of making a comeback. He was a really good runner for his native Mexico, became a U.S. citizen in 2014, I believe. Kind of disappeared from the scene. I don't want to say disappeared, but you just didn't hear much from him for a while, and then this year is having maybe the best year he's ever had. He's won several other U.S. championships leading up to Crazy Eights. He set, I think, an American record at the 20K distance just a couple of months ago. So I'm looking, we're watching Diego Estrada as one of our favorites. Isaiah, I don't know if I'm saying that, Isaiah Rodriguez is also, he's coming back. He finished third last year. First was Clayton Young. He's headed to Paris to run the Olympics in the marathon. He
Whoa.
finished first last year.
Whoa.
Second is a little injured, a second place finisher from last year, Andrew Colley. And then Isaiah was a very close third. The 1, 2, 3 were all came in together, if you remember that. So Isaiah Rodriguez was third, and so he's our top returning runner on the men's side. So we've announced those two. Like I said, we've got close to 30 men committed. We'll release some more names here in the next few days and next week. On the women's side, now this is new for us this year. We've been hosting the men's championship. This is the third year. On the women's side, this is our first year we've hosted the women's championship. So we will have 2 elite championship races going on at the same time. And we're gonna be busy watching everything that's going on, in addition to the 8K run. But on the women's side, we got a lady named Annie Frisbee. She is running fantastic this year. She's running personal best at every distance that she's run. I think she just finished up at the U.S. Olympic trials. She didn't make the team, but she ran really well. So she is one of them, and also Jenny Simpson. For running fans, she's a very well known. She's been into the Olympics. She's been world championships. She's got medals at the 1500 meters. She's a kind of a 1500 meter specialist, miler, middle distance runner. But she can run 8Ks, no problem for her. So we're really excited to have Jenny here. She's a well-known big name in women's running, and I think she just really adds to the field. So those are the four we've talked about so far. We will release some other names coming up.
So you've got a national championship for the guys, a national championship for the ladies going at the same time. You're just running the Crazy Eights overall, so you got a lot of spokes to the wheel, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it, Tom, is if I was just coming to the race to run, and I'd say, wow, I'm running in the national championship. They're actually running in the national championship along with these elite runners. So there's no other sport you can do that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well
we
put.
we were watching kind of the NASCAR race in Chicago on the streets, and you couldn't get in your car and go
No.
out there and ride around Chicago with these guys. I mean, but here you can actually line up in the same race with all these professional runners, and you'll see them warming up. You can high five them, and it's just a cool thing.
So to give you a little stroke here, because he loves the Lady Gamecocks of South Carolina, wouldn't it be the same as you going out and playing basketball with the national champions,
Yeah.
the Lady Gamecocks?
I can maybe play horse with them.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, these ladies are. Yeah, but it would be like going out and playing a pickup game.
So
with,
that's
with
what we're
these
talking
ladies.
about. So you're going to be running, if you're participating in the Crazy Eights, you're going to be running in a national championship, because that's what, at the end of the night, we're going to crown a men's and a women's national champion along with the overall Crazy Eights. And so it's a really cool thing. Now, if you don't run, if you want to walk, it's a whole day full of activities starting early. So run through the itinerary, what we're going to be doing all day long.
Well, we'll start our packet pickup, and you can pick up your race bibs and shirts and so forth at noon on Saturday. And we're moving that this year. We're not in the Civic Auditorium. We're going to move back to the kind of baseball field house inside the stadium. That's just closer to everything. I'm getting old, Tom, and running back and forth between Civic Auditorium and the J. Fred Johnson Stadium takes its toll on me.
Yep.
But we just want to bring all of our race operations closer together, and so we'll be in the baseball field house during the day, giving out the shirts and numbers and so forth. At around 6 o'clock, we do set up for the field day for the kids. We have a lot of just toys on the field and games they can play on their own. We will have some supervision, but come out and just have some fun on the football field at J. Fred Johnson. 6:58 when we start the Little Eights runs. Everything from a 100-yard dash up to a 600-yard run. And we also included in that is the Special Eights for special needs children. That's a 100-yard dash for them. At 7:58 is the Almost Crazy 3K run walk, and then at 8:58 is the 8K run. So
It's all coming up in 2 weeks on the 20th. You can be a part of it. Where can we find out more information on the website?
well, there's crazy8s.org. That's crazy the number 8s.org, or werunevents.com. We have information out there, and we love spectators. So please come down. If you say, well, I can't run, but I would love to be part of Fun Fest. I'd love to be part of this event. Just come down to J. Fred Johnson Stadium, come out on Fort Henry Drive. That's where most people come. That's where it starts. Once it starts, you can watch them come through about halfway and then run on into the stadium and watch them finish. It's kind of fun. So we love spectators. Come on down and cheer for these for the national championship. Cheer for your favorite runner in either the 3K or the 8K as well.
Jeff Beverly joins us coming up next. He's here. I'm ready to go, talking Tennessee football, Tennessee sports. Hank, Georgia, we'll jump off the trail for a second. Georgia signed a guy yesterday, Jazari Jackson. He's 6'11" and 340 pounds, offensive tackle.
Oh my goodness.
So when I came out of the locker room and they said, Taylor, you gonna go, that's your guy today. Oh,
Yeah.
I got a hamstring, coach.
Yeah.
I got a hangnail, I got something. You think of that, 6'11", 340 pounds, and you're supposed to stop this guy. He's never
Yes.
played football.
He never played football.
No,
Oh.
very little. So, but he's been playing for this Atlanta elite group basketball team. So he said no to Florida, Florida State, all the big boys, Alabama. So he's playing for Georgia, 6'11", 340. I know you're a big South Carolina guy, so
Well,
it's
we'll have to go up against him.
yeah. You all play them though, don't you play Georgia?
I think we do. Yeah.
I think you do.
this
I think
year.
you
We're
play
not
her.
playing Tennessee this year.
No. Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. Hello, Mark Mitten. Hello to Patty Taylor. Hello to Joanne Graybill. Hello to Judy Townsend. Hello to Glenda Williams. Hello to Melanie Lingerfelt. Hello to Jordan Mitchell, Joel Wheeler, George Wedderburn. That's a new name. Thank you, guys. You'll see the countdown on the screen coming up here in a minute. We're down to 45 days and into hours to high school football, in this case, Elizabethton football. So back to the Crazy Eights in closing here. It's open to the public. It really becomes, we've been doing this together over 25 years, I think we said. And so I've been proudly been the MC of the event. But you actually have people that come back into town for the event. It's almost like a homecoming or reunion of sorts, is it
Right.
not?
Yeah, it's a family thing. And some people plan their family reunions around Crazy Eights during the summer. So yeah, we get a lot of families where you see the mom and the dad are running one of the races. The kids do Little Eights or the 3K, and so the whole family comes out and runs. So that's what we love about Crazy
Sure.
Eights. We've seen, in fact, Emma Russum, it's the lady that won the race last year. And of course, it was not a national championship last year. She's a good runner. She started out running Crazy Eights and Little Eights when she was a kid. Kept running Little Eights. She ran in high school at Dobbins Bennett. Very good runner. Ran Crazy Eights all the way through high school. Went away to college. I think she's running at North Carolina and now UT Chattanooga. Came back and won the women's race last year. So that's a great story to me. Started out running Little Eights, stuck with it. Is a good runner, ran at UT Chattanooga and won the race last year. She's coming back this year. She's going to run in the national championship. So
Wow.
I
That's
think
awesome.
that's the kind of runners we see and kind of the family atmosphere we see. Now she's a really good runner, obviously. So we love to see someone like Emma coming back and running and supporting Crazy Eights.
I circled every year, folks. It's one of the highlights of my year to get a chance to hang with this guy and his wife, Natalie, and promote it and do it and be a part of it. Crazy Eights, 2 weeks from Saturday on the 20th. Website can we go to get more information would be what?
Crazy8s.org. It's the number 8, or werunevents.com. Either
There you
one.
go. So love working with this man. Again, he's the granddaddy, and he's not old, but he
Yeah, I am.
no, you're not. But he has really kept running and live. He got it going here in the Tri-Cities, in my humble opinion. Some other folks picked up and ran with it, but I think he was the original. And obviously he got this road race going that's now, in closing, is it fair to say that these runners circle Kingsport and the Crazy Eights? This is something they want to come to every year, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They circle the date. They plan their vacations around it, and this is kind of the running event of the year, in my mind. Of course, I'm a little prejudiced, but this is the road running event of the year.
There you go. Thanks for coming. Are you hungry? You better get up there now. We'll just slow
I
down the
know.
line
Yeah,
and
I
get
know.
something. Because it's been packed since we got here.
Oh yeah, this place is packed. Yeah, the line's on out the door, I think.
Yeah. Well, get you a lunch.
I will. Thank
I'll
you,
see you in
man.
a couple of weeks, sir.
All right, we'll see you there. Thank
He's
you.
awesome,
Thanks
yep.
for having me on.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go from running to Tennessee sports next on the Tom Bailey Sports Show live at Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors here at Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Bailey Sports Show. Summertime, you can make somebody's party or event extra special. Tell us about it.
We can. We offer our Dream Pack to go, Tom. These are great for any real get-together where you're trying to feed a large number of people. We do them in starting out with 4 people and going up to, we sent out a one for 40 this morning. We did one for 140 over the weekend for a golf tournament. So now we can do that in a large or a small number if you like. You get your meat, you get your bun to make your sandwiches. You get all the barbecue sauce that you're ever going to need for that. You also get your choice of any 3 sides. So you can do our potato salad, our coleslaw, our baked beans that are delicious, our macaroni and cheese, our macaroni salad. And we do all that stuff in-house too. So we make everything right here. We don't go out and I had a food vendor come by the other day and said, "You got to try this great potato salad." And I'm going, "We make our own potato salad, buddy. We don't want to try anything.
Amen.
If I'm going to buy anything from you, it's going to be potatoes, not potato salad."
There you go. We make our own.
Yeah, we make our own.
Yep. So the Dream Packs, that's one way. Also, meat by the pound. Tell us about that.
Meat by the pound, same concept. Just if you want to do your own side or have people do a potluck or a covered dish, you can get just the meat from us. We can get our pulled pork, pulled chicken. You can even do brisket, smoked turkey, anything you want. Just tell us you want it by the pound. We can even do our chicken salad by the pound for you.
Class reunions, wedding receptions, you guys will go out. You'll cater these meals, will you not?
We will do catering as well. You can view our full catering menu online at philsdreampit.com. There's a little drop down there for additional menus, and it's got catering. You can see all the pricing there. So if you're doing a large group, 100, 200 people, and you want us just turnkey where we take care of everything, full service catering is the way to go. We pull up in the van, we unload it all, we serve it, and we clean up afterwards. So it's quick and easy.
philsdreampit.com, where you can find out about more about that, or you can give them a call, and that phone number is 349-6437 to call them, or go to the website philsdreampit.com. Hours you are open, my friend.
We are open 11 to 7 on Tuesday through Saturday. We're closed on the Lord's Day on Sunday, and we close on Monday to give our employees 2 well-deserved days off, just like most of the rest of the world.
Yep. Great place, folks. One of our great sponsors, Eastern Star Exit of Interstate 26, our buddy Brian Pipkin, the general manager, and all the great folks right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, they're lined out the door here, and with good reason. Good food. Hello, Jeff Beverly. How you doing?
Good morning, afternoon, Thomas.
Yeah.
How are you?
National Baseball Champions. How about that?
What about that?
Got his official ball cap on.
Long time coming.
Long time coming. Talk about it. Of course, we've hashed it, rehashed it a lot, but still, it bears repeating. National champions, the Tennessee Volunteer Baseball Team. Talk about it.
Well, it was quite the week or 2 weeks in Omaha. Starting out, with the unbelievable come from behind victory against Florida State. Down 3 going to the bottom of the ninth, and came back, and Dylan Dryling hit the game winner, the double, the gapper out in left center. Then just the whole week was unbelievable. Ended up with a tremendous series with Texas A&M, who had an incredible ball team as well. 3-game series, which most people thought it would go 3 games. Tennessee didn't play very well the first game of that series. A&M won, I think, 9-5, but Tennessee had 2-3 errors. So really didn't really play that well, but came back second game and played well. And then the third game was just phenomenal. Got out to a big lead there late in the game. Florida A&M came back and scored a couple of runs there late, cut it to 1 run, but then Aaron Combs closed it out with the strikeout, and celebration began. So just a unbelievable season. The most wins ever for an SEC team, 60. Came in tied or got second place in all-time home runs for a season behind that great LSU team in the late 90s. Second in grand slams all-time behind Arizona State. So just an unbelievable offensive team. Then really when you got to Omaha, the pitching stepped up.
Which is what you had to have.
What you have to have. It's a bigger ballpark, not as many home runs out there. And you think Tennessee did this without going into the season, A.J. Russell was their top pitcher. And he got hurt early, the first weekend essentially. Only pitched just a handful of innings the whole year. Ended up having to have Tommy John surgery, as we've learned. So they really did that, pieced together a bullpen and a starting lineup, which nobody really expected. Xander Sechrist, we talked about Xander. He came on just unbelievable, in the last month and a half. Just did a tremendous job. He was the winning pitcher there for the championship game. Been a midweek guy his whole career at Tennessee, but then, due to injuries and just lack of production by some other folks, he got put in that Sunday starter role and just performed phenomenal the last half of the season. And it's just a team effort. I mean, that's why that's what a team is. And they had from top to bottom, lineup was a strong hitting lineup, as we've talked about. The pitching came through with, I think they were 3rd in the country in ERA, and sort of patchwork pitching staff the whole year. Just a great team effort and great team victory. And all people in Tennessee are really happy they brought back a trophy.
Oh, absolutely. I thought Sechrist was huge in that game. We talked about all the offensive firepower, and they got it. But when you had to have a big pitching performance, their guy struggled, the A&M starter. I want to say Limpkin. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
He struggled. Seacrest put on a show. I thought he was the difference. I mean, yeah, we had the offense, and yeah, we had the firepower with the sticks, but you had to have a good shutdown pitching performance, and Xander Seacrest gave it to him. So, national championship. Let me give you the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We'll talk about baseball recruiting, football recruiting. He's got the whole package here. Well, he'll be with us for a few minutes talking about Tennessee sports. Psalms 113, 2, 3, and 4 is the verses of the day. Let the name of the Lord be praised, yeah, both now and forevermore. Verse 3, from the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. Verse 4, the Lord is high above all the nations, his glory above the heavens. Psalms 113, verses 2, 3, and 4. So let me just go ahead and tell you, I was telling the guy before I went on the air, if you don't think he runs the show, he runs the show. If he wants it to snow in about an hour, it'll snow. If he wants it to rain buckets, if he wants it to be dry, if he wants whatever, he's in control. He controls every heartbeat we have, every step we take. He's in control. Trust me. He runs the show, both individually and as a world. And if you don't think so, you're wrong. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
He runs
100%.
the show. Every heartbeat I get, every step I take, it's because of him. And his name is to be praised, and it is. Psalms 113, verses 2, 3, and 4. There's my buddy Amy Whitson, love her to death. Her and her family, they're awesome. And so she's getting ready to be a Milligan Buffalo, her daughter. We'll be calling a lot more Milligan games this year. We're excited about that, starting with volleyball, along with the Cyclones and T.A. Duggar. So baseball recruiting. How's things going recruiting right now for Tennessee?
Well,
I would think it'd be pretty easy to get somebody,
You know,
right?
on the heels of a national championship,
Yeah.
outstanding. Now, the problem they're going to have a little bit with the recruiting class that they've signed, the number one recruiting class coming in for next year. However, as we saw like with that Vanderbilt class a couple of years ago, a lot of those guys are going to get drafted. So we'll see how many of those actually make it to campus. You know, if they're a first or second round draft pick, they're not going to come to college, right?
No.
So we'll see how many of those. But it's unbelievable class coming in. But the biggest news here in the last few days has been the portal. It was, that's changed college dynamics as we know it. So they've gotten 2 or 3 commitments here in the last week. Louisville infielder Gavin Kylan, probably the number one portal guy this year. He's coming to Tennessee. He can play second. He can play short. He was drafted in the 13th round coming out of high school, and they played 2 seasons for Louisville. Really big sophomore year. Everybody wanted this kid, so he's committed to Tennessee. He'll be there next year. Had a .330 batting average, 23 doubles, 9 home runs, low strikeout rate. So just a good, solid player. I suspect we'll see him at the top of the lineup, maybe taking Christian Morse leadoff spot, perhaps. Got a commitment yesterday from Eric Radizak, big Niagara first baseman. He's one too that's facing a decision. He's going to go pretty high in the draft coming up next week. So don't know if he's going to actually get to campus or not, but he's a big left-hitting first baseman. He's a big guy and sort of take the place of Blake Burke. He batted .396 with 17 home runs and 71 RBIs this year. So a good stick, big, strong guy. Expect him, if he makes it to campus, expect him to be in right that starting lineup immediately. Tanner Franklin, kid from Jefferson City, down Dandridge area, Jefferson County. He's coming from Kennesaw State. Again, a big kid, 6'5", 240. Throws upwards in the upper 90s on the fastball. Had a 4-1 record with 5 saves this past year at Kennesaw State. 43 strikeouts in 27 innings. So, really high strikeout ratio for him. Another guy they're not going to get was Drew Pesca. He was a right-hand pitcher from Logan College, junior college. He signed with your Reds on June 1st. So he won't be coming to
He's going on to
He's going on to the minors.
Cincinnati, to the minor leagues. Yeah.
And then a couple of portal targets right now who were, I guess, after Killen committed, these are the next guys in line as far as what people want in terms of the players out there. The 2 kids from Ole Miss, Andrew Fisher and Liam Doyle, they were actually they're at Tennessee right now. They visited UT yesterday, had a big supper, dinner, met Coach Vitale last night. They're still in Knoxville this morning. Tennessee is hoping to get a commitment from them before they leave. We'll see. They just got off their visit to Florida. Fisher's an infielder, can play third, can play first. He had a 287 batting average, 31 home runs, 90 RBIs. So
31 home runs.
Strong hitting first base or third baseman. Liam Doyle is a left-handed pitcher. He played at Coastal Carolina last year before playing at Ole Miss this year. 5.7 ERA, 16 appearances, 11 starts. Batting average only hitting 230 against him, and a 34% strikeout rate. So he strikes out a lot of players. Again, very, very high demand pitcher. Then the other pitcher that's out there is Cade Fisher from Florida, a left-handed pitcher. He spent 2 seasons in Gainesville. He finished his visit to Tennessee on Sunday and went to Wake Forest yesterday, but no word yet on where he's going to commit. It's probably between Tennessee and Wake Forest.
So
but he is going to have some other visits, though.
So basically, we're talking to Jeff Beverly. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. So basically, I mean, you win a national championship. I don't know if you're like Saban in Alabama football yet, but you can kind of pick and choose who you want because everybody wants to come play Tennessee baseball now. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. And it's a lot of things. Just the culture. Tennessee to get a new stadium. They're expanding Lindsey Nelson. So it's going to be a showcase, really, for stadiums. Frank Anderson, is one of the best pitching coaches in the country. He's been around forever. He's 65 years old, but I don't think he has any plans to retire anytime soon. But he's, very, very well known for pitching. You look what he did with that pitching staff this year. We talked about, a few minutes ago, just really put together the pitching staff and knitted them together when they had some injuries and so forth. So a great, great pitching mentor for sure. So if you're a pitcher, you want to come there. If you're a hitter, you got to come there. And then the crowd support's just been unbelievable. They said in Omaha probably 60-40 Tennessee fans that last series against A&M. As we all know, Tennessee fans are very supportive. Always have been, always will be, I suspect. So it's the package right now. The Tennessee, it's the culture, it's the coaches, it's the new stadium, it's the fans. Yeah, it's very much in, I would think high on people's list to want to come there. A couple of A&M kids looked at Tennessee after a coach left. But then they hired their hitting coach as their head coach, so they went back to A&M. Yeah. But you looked at Lavalette and Montgomery, and a couple of those guys were thinking about looking around, but now they've decided to stay at A&M, which A&M, they get so many people back this year. I would suspect they'll be the preseason favorite next year. I would think going in. But anyway, back to your point, Tennessee is very attractive right now for anybody that's really wanting to play at that high level. And if anybody watched the parade, and when they got back to Knoxville, they said the crowd estimates were about 50,000 people in downtown Knoxville. So it's, and baseball has sort of been that forgotten sport for a long, long time, but Coach Vitello has changed that for sure.
We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. It's a Quest for Perfect Barbecue, show number 2104. We told you yesterday, just going to tell you one more time, we got our notice from Facebook and YouTube. We're at 400 going into the month of July, 453,155 views. So we're averaging about 75,000 views a month, they're telling us. So we give the Lord all the praise and glory for that. It ain't me. This is his show. And so we give him the honor and the glory. So maybe we can hit 1 million views this year. We'll see. But we're at 453. Awesome. Yep. 453, 155 heading into the month of July. Of course, we took last week off. So back full throttle. Tomorrow will be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Thursday, Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, the furniture store, downtown Elizabethton. And Friday, we'll kick off the weekend at Food City in Elizabethton. Tennessee football, recruiting, getting ready for the Big Orange, and football for Josh Heupel. We'll talk about it next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. The Tom Daly Sports Show. Dream Packs. Tell us about the Dream Packs. What's that all about?
Dream Packs. We start at 4 and go up in even numbers as big as you need. You get meat, 3 sides, sauce, and buns. All that's included. We do offer plates, plasticware, gallons of tea, but any number you need.
Feeds 4, feeds 8. They do it in increments of 4. So if you're going to the ball game and don't want to cook, call in, get the Dream Packs, come by and pick them up, 349-6437.
Yes, sir.
Call ahead, and we're on our way to swing through, pick them up. Tailgate, Dream Packs, good way to watch it, or take it to the house, watch it. Either way, good way to watch a game, isn't it?
Very much so.
The Dream Packs. Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437 is the number to call. Can we order it online too?
You sure can. Online, call it in. Come on down.
There you go. Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437, the Dream Packs. proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Sports.
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
Hey, this is Tom Taylor. Here in 2024, the Tom Taylor Sports Show is now on TikTok. That's right, lots of cool things coming all year long, again on TikTok. Be sure and like us, share it, and follow by hitting the plus button. So, a lot of neat things coming. Please get on board with us. Like, share, or follow by hitting the plus button. The Tom Taylor Sports Show, now in 2024, on TikTok. There's your countdown to Cyclone football, 45 days, 8 hours, 24 minutes, and 17 seconds and counting. In fact, that's for all the high school football teams, because we just happen to be the Cyclone, your home for Cyclone sports. We've got a meet and greet tonight coming up. We do. We're going to be meeting the new baseball coach. We're going to stream it, Mike Korn, and also the new volleyball coach at Elizabethton, Greg Barrientos. Hope I'm saying it right. I'll get it right by the time I get there. And so two new coaches. We'll meet them at 6 o'clock. We'll stream it. A little meet and greet, open to anybody and everybody that's a Cyclone fan at the Elizabethton High School Commons or cafeteria. So we'll be there at 6 o'clock. It lasts 30 minutes, and we'll be there for that tonight to showcase the two new coaches in the Cyclone coaching family. Coach Barrientos from the volleyball and Coach Korn, the new baseball coach. Of course, our baseball coach is now the athletic director, Coach Ryan Presnell. So he'll be with us on the show tomorrow, and he'll be with us on the show a little bit tonight. All right, Tennessee football recruiting. Big Orange football. The heat's on. Rick Barnes was out there watching in Omaha. So was Josh Heupel. So now Vitello's kicked up the expectations, I would think, to the other sports. Like,
Sure.
Okay, he won it. Now you boys got to win it. So what's going on in Tennessee football right now?
You know, it's interesting. This last little resurgence. Right now, Tennessee ended up third in the country in the all sports category, their highest finish ever. Won the SEC all sports for the third year in a row. And so you look at just from an overall standpoint of the sports athletic department, the university leadership with Randy Boyd and Donde Plowman and Danny White. This is about as good as it's been in my memory right now for overall Tennessee sports. I mean, it's just, and the campus is expanding. They're building new dorms. The student population keeps going up. They hope to even expand that further in the coming years. So, University of Tennessee right now is really riding high. And football starts this month in terms of practice. July 31st, first day of practice. It's hard to believe that it's here. But Coach Vitello winning that, and all the support he had out there, like you mentioned, Coach Barnes and Coach Heupel, really tremendous. A lot of unity there. And you think, rising tide, lifts all boats kind of thing, So,
Yeah, it's a good point.
And you go back to 2021 when Drew Gilbert hit that grand slam in the bottom of the ninth against Wright State in the regional. That seemed to be the ignition point for all this success. Barnes had some success, but now he's been in Sweet 16, Elite 8, so forth. Almost got the Final Four this year, so they're coming up. Had a great year 2022. Then the last late season injury to Hendon Hooker, but just a real resurgence and a real lifting of the whole athletic program. Football recruiting is starting to pick up. There's in the last week or so, there's been about 3 or 4 recruits. We'll go over those real quick. Marion Dye, he's an edge rusher, 6'4", 268 from Indiana, and again
6'4", 268.
Yeah, and again we go back to, you and I have talked for years. Don't remember what the stars are. Who is recruiting these guys? Who's the competition for them? To me, that's the barometer that we always check. So for Dye, it was Ohio State and Michigan. So
Big boys. Defending national champ.
Trey Poteet, he's a cornerback from Verona, Wisconsin. And again, his competition was Michigan and Wisconsin. Big get for him. Douglas Utu out of North Carolina, out of Nevada, Bishop Gorman High School, which was the high school that Cedric Tillman came from. He's 6'4", 315, offensive lineman.
6'4", 315. Wow.
Michigan and Nebraska were the competition for him. Charles House, he's the kid from North Carolina, from Charlotte. 6'3", 300, Georgia and Alabama offensive lineman. Nick Moore from right down the road in Jefferson County. 6'2", 290, West Virginia and others in the ACC, looking at him. So those are the last 4 or 5 commits, but what's on the board is really important because the biggest fish out there right now is David Sanders. He's from Charlotte as well, 6'6", 276, number 6 overall player in the country, offensive lineman. Everybody's wanting him. Everybody's recruiting him. It's a battle between Tennessee, Georgia, and Ohio State, probably between Tennessee and Ohio State right now. He's been to both campuses a number of times. He's going to have a decision coming up here in a few weeks. I think in early August he's going to make his decision. So Tennessee feels really good about him. A lot of the recruiting experts have crystal balled him to Tennessee, so we'll see if that comes through.
6'6",
276.
What's he play? Anywhere he wants.
Offensive, anywhere he wants to. Offensive, probably a tackle.
Yeah.
Probably a tackle in college. Another big offensive lineman, 6'4", 265, Josh Petty, out of Roswell, Georgia. Number 53 overall player in the class. Florida State leading for him, but Tennessee's right in there with Florida State. Juan Gaston, 6'7", 360, from Atlanta, Georgia. He's probably going to Georgia, but Tennessee's recruiting him really hard. So it's a Georgia-Tennessee battle. He's leaning toward Georgia right now. We'll see.
6'7", 360. Holy smokes.
Travis Smith, a wide receiver out of Atlanta. 6'3", 200. Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee are his finalists. So, again, you're seeing the trend of who are recruiting.
Oh, absolutely, the big boys.
Jaden Perlette. Now, here's a kid. He's a linebacker, 6'3", 200, out of Beaufort, Georgia. He's been committed to Georgia for a long time. Tennessee kept recruiting him, and they may be about to flip him from Georgia to Tennessee. That's been the buzz the last few weeks. He had a visit to Tennessee last week, so that's been sort of the buzz coming out of that visit that he really likes Tennessee. Probably can see playing time earlier at Tennessee than he can at Georgia right now. So look for him possibly to flip to Tennessee in the coming weeks. So recruiting never ends. It's like we've talked about it before. We're 365 recruiting for football, particularly for football. So it never ends, and Tennessee's in a good position right now, anywhere from 10th to 15th, depending on which of the services you look at. All these guys rate them a little differently, with their stars and their number ranking and so forth. So being we're a top 15 class, if they get David Sanders, they'll move in the top 10 for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And a couple of these others. If they get Smith and Sanders, they'll be 7 or 8, maybe even higher.
So Sanders, he's the big fish out there right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Great report, sir. Great report. Tennessee football practice starts at 31st for everybody, not just Tennessee. So, in closing, your take now, it's official, July 1st. We now have Texas and Oklahoma in the Southeastern Conference. So, I had the story yesterday on the show. What is it? 14 out of the last 20, if I remember right, national champions have come out of the SEC. So, it is the conference.
And in baseball too, in football and baseball.
Almost every sport.
Yeah, basketball not as much probably, but they've been right up there as well. It's going to be interesting. The thing about it is, I don't think they're done. I don't think this conference realignment is finished by any means. Being a traditionalist, I would have rather kept it, in the old conference alignments, but that's not going to happen, as we know. Both Texas and Oklahoma have very good sports programs. Oklahoma's 4-time champion in softball, and Texas has been competitive now, getting back competitive in football. They were down for a number of years, but they're back competitive. Big school, Texas, obviously we know, but it's not like you have to play 3 or 4 games a year in your conference, and be up for those. It's every week in the SEC.
Every week.
Every week. It doesn't matter what sport.
Brent Venables, the coach of Oklahoma, says playing in the SEC is, quote, unforgiving.
Yeah,
because there's no cream puffs.
When you go you go to LSU or Baton Rouge or Knoxville or Athens, Gainesville, and Florida's down right now a little bit, but still, those are tough venues for a visiting team to come in and play in football and in basketball and in baseball. I mean, they're all tough venues to play. All these teams in the SEC support their schools obviously very much. I hope in reality they don't think they're going to come in and just start dominating the SEC, because I don't think that's what will happen. I think they'll be competitive for sure, and I don't see Texas or Oklahoma winning the conference in football this year, or in basketball. Baseball, Texas will be competitive in baseball. They always are, and Schlossnagle, they're moving over there from A&M, but it's a week in and week out grind. I mean, there's no let up. There's no, with the possible exception of Vanderbilt, right now, that Vanderbilt's really has gone down quite a bit in football, particularly. They got a new basketball coach coming in. We'll see how he does. Of course, in baseball, I think they've won the NCAA 3 times in the last 10 years. So, very competitive baseball program with Tim Corbin. So, it's going to be tough. These guys coming into the conference, I hope they realize that, it's a week in, week out battle, and there's no gimmies. And if anybody thinks that the SEC is going to be intimidated by Texas or Oklahoma,
no,
that's not going to happen either.
No, it's not.
So Tennessee, Oklahoma's first SEC game is Tennessee, going out there at the end of September. So that will be a big test for both teams. Overall, welcome, I guess, but don't expect them just to come in and dominate.
No. Awesome report, sir. Thank you, as
Thank you.
always. Get you some lunch. We'll
I will
talk
do
soon.
that. I
We'll
will
talk
do that.
soon. You're awesome. Great report. Big Orange update. Jeff Beverly's forgot more about Tennessee sports than most of us know. He's been at it since he's a little shaver way back in the day. So, and a great, brought notes, great stuff, great information. If you're a Tennessee fan, you've been informed. Tennessee, back in the day when they had Butch Jones and the other coaches down at Dooley, they were battling. This is no knock on these schools, so don't take it as such. Eastern Kentucky, Central Florida, Middle Tennessee State, Akron, trying to get these guys. Now Tennessee football, as you heard him say, we're up against the defending national champion Michigan, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, Florida. So Heupel and the overall success of the athletic program and the football team has pushed them to a new level of notoriety and awareness. We always knew it was there, but now these recruits know, and that's what's most important. We know it because we live in Tennessee, but that's when they know it, these 16, 17, 18-year-old kids going, we got to take a look at Tennessee. That's a great sign for Tennessee athletics, in this case, Tennessee football. Quick break. We'll be right back. Our sponsor talks for just a bit. That would be our buddies from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Then we're going to take a look at Major League Baseball. Big series involving starting tonight in Philadelphia between the Dodgers and the Phillies. We'll take a look at that and more coming up. Also got some college or NFL football news. Got a guy suspended for 8 games for domestic violence, as he should be. And he's a big-time player, and we'll tell you all about that coming up after this break from Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled, and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
The greatest labor-saving device of the 21st century is here. It's the revolutionary grocery delivery service from Food City, powered by Instacart. It's perfect for busy professionals, moms on the go, or anyone looking to have more free time. Just shop online for the same fresh meat, farm fresh produce, and all your grocery needs delivered straight to your door. Visit foodcitydelivers.com.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. See the countdown on 45 days, 8 hours, 9 minutes, and 44 seconds to Cyclone football and high school football in general. Everybody's going to kick it off on August the 23rd, or most teams. We'll go back down that tomorrow. We'll be watching, and we'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City tomorrow. And we'll run back down and let you know who's playing where on August the 23rd, opening night for high school football. All right, NFL news. Cameron Sutton, the veteran quarterback, spent his first 6 seasons with the Steelers in Pittsburgh before spending last year with the Lions, then came back to the Steelers on a 1-year contract. Anyway, suspended for the first 8 games of the season for domestic violence. Sutton released by the Lions in March after a warrant was issued for his arrest, alleging domestic battery by strangulation. Turning himself in and has arrived at a jail in Tampa, Florida, and so Sutton has now been suspended for 8 games, first 8 games by the Pittsburgh Steelers, as he should be. Dan Hurley, college basketball, new contract for UConn, $50 million over 6 years, so playing the cat and mouse game with the Los Angeles Lakers got him a pay raise. Contract comes in an off season that saw Hurley again show up as a candidate for the Lakers, who offered him $70 million. So he is now at $8.3 million a year to coach basketball for UConn, trying to come back and repeat again and again, be a three-peat for the college national championship for the UConn Huskies. All right, let's take a look at Major League Baseball. As promised here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Yesterday, Willie Mays received final military honors for his time served in the Army during a special presentation in San Francisco at the ballpark. Baseball dignitaries past and present were there. A large 24 cutout representing his jersey number elevated on the infield behind first and second base inside the ballpark. Some of the folks in attendance, former President Bill Clinton, who is a big fan of and a friend of Willie Mays, Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, executive and former manager and player Joe Torre, Hall of Famers Dennis Eckersley, Ricky Henderson, Reggie Jackson, Juan Marichal, retired managers Dusty Baker and Felipe Alou. All these guys were there yesterday to pay tribute to Say Hey Willie Mays in San Francisco. Broadcaster John Miller, who's excellent, who was the master of ceremonies, also took a moment to share a remembrance of Orlando Cepeda, who also passed away while we were on vacation on June 28th. So Orlando Cepeda, also a great baseball player, not on the level of Willie Mays, but passed away as well. So anyway, that happened yesterday in San Francisco. All right, Major League Baseball. Last night, oh, by the way, Evan Carter's out now to July the 19th. Evan Carter out to July the 19th, so says the Rangers on his medical situation. So he's out, what's day? The 9th, he's out 10 more days. So anyway, that's what's going on with Evan Carter, our young man from Elizabethton, Tennessee, wanting back on the roster and in the starting lineup of the Rangers, but out with a back injury until July the 19th. All right, Home Run Derby coming up on Monday at Globe Life Field in Arlington, where the All-Star Games will be. New format. They change it every year, but here we go. Gone are the head-to-head matchups in the first round. Instead, all 8 participants will compete against each other in the first round, and 4 will advance. So here we go. All 8 players get 3 minutes or 40 pitches, whichever comes first, plus 1 timeout to catch your breath. The 4 leading home run hitters advance. Ties are broken using the longest home run distance. After the initial 3 minutes or 40 pitches, each player gets 3 bonus outs. It just goes on and on. So basically, The top 4 move on to the semifinals. There, they're going to be seeded 1 through 4 using first-round home run totals. Then it's 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3 in a head-to-head matchup for 3 minutes or 40 pitches, whichever comes first in the All-Star game. Home Run Derby coming up again on Monday. Then you get into the finals. The final 2 players now have 2 minutes or 27 pitches with 1 timeout. So that's how it's going to go for the Home Run Derby coming up Monday night at Globe Life Field in Arlington. Who's going to be in there? Gunnar Henderson from the Baltimore Orioles will be there. He's on pace to become the second 50 home run shortstop in baseball history, joining Alex Rodriguez. This guy can hammer him. 2 Orioles have won the Home Run Derby previously, Cal Ripken and Miguel Tejada. So Gunnar Henderson will be in the Home Run Derby. Alex Baum from the Phillies, the third baseman, will be in. He leads the National League in RBIs and the majors in doubles. So this guy is going to be part of the Home Run Derby from the Philadelphia Phillies. The Polar Bear, Pete Alonso from the New York Mets, will be in. He has won the 2019 and the 2021 Home Run Derby, so this guy is no stranger to winning. In a head-to-head competition, he was eliminated in the first round last year went up against Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners. Then Bobby Witt says he's going to be in the Home Run Derby. Witt will be the first Royals player in Home Run Derby since Salvador Perez back in 2021. And the last guy, Marcell Ozuna from the Braves, says, I want to be a part of it. So he'll be in the Home Run Derby. First one since Freddie Freeman in 2018. No Brave has ever won the Home Run Derby. So Gunnar Henderson, Alex Baum, Pete Alonso, Marcell Ozuna are the 4 that have committed so far to be in the Home Run Derby. See, to leave anybody out? Nope, I didn't. So, and they're looking at Shohei Ohtani. They're talking about him coming and being on the Home Run Derby. He's got to get clearance to the Dodgers. Come right here and sit down right here, Miss Cassie. We'll take a break. We'll get her settled in. Let her talk about Phil's Dream Pit. Her daddy runs it, so she wants to talk about it. We'll do that right after this. We got more sports right after she visits with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Phil's Dream Pit tomorrow. We'll be back at it at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City.
Antique mall with over 50,000 square feet of merchandise. We have about 52, 53, give or take, vendors with different items. We have a great selection of everything from antique, which is over 100 years, to vintage, which is 25 years, and then we do have a little bit of new things. We concentrate on the vintage and antique items. So you can find just about anything for yourself, for your home, and gifts. We have a lot of people that take gifts for their grandparents. They remembered they had them, and it's with their family.
Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30. Saturdays, 10 to 6. Open late for the car shows and anytime they have special events in town.
Need Place, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone football, Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Elizabethton Cyclone football. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Cassie.
Yeah? Cassie who?
Cassie Pipkin. I'm
That's
Brian's
it.
daughter.
You should be the owner's daughter. Cassie Pipkin, you guys have been busy, haven't you?
Yes, sir, all day.
This is the first time we got a chance. They opened at 11. It's an hour and a half later. This is their first chance to come over here and talk. How you doing, ma'am? You doing good? She's doing good. So tell me about the drumsticks. That's a new thing, right?
Yeah, so we're selling them. You can add them on to any of the meals or the daily specials for only $2. It's a smoked drumstick. We also have the kids' meals that'll come with a drumstick, a piece of the garlic toast, and then a kid's side and a drink.
Smoked drumsticks. New thing's been a big hit, too.
Yeah, they're really good. It's really good for people, especially if you want to try out the half chicken. It's just a smaller portion of it, so that's good.
Yeah. Now, didn't you do a little concert out here the other day? Is that right?
Yeah, we're doing a Praise at the Pit on Fridays. We're having a live artist come out and local people come out and do some songs on the other side of the building outside from 6 to 8, I believe, on Fridays.
On Friday nights. And you
Yes,
did
sir.
the first one?
No, I haven't done any of them. My sister's been doing a
Your
couple.
sister did one. Okay.
Yeah, well, she was going to, but they got rained out.
Okay. But she's on schedule to do it again at some point, right?
I believe so, yes.
So the drumsticks are new on the menu. And also, you welcome pets now at Phil's Dream Pit. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. Well, we've always been dog friendly. We welcome any animals all outside of the restaurant. You're welcome to sit on the porch and the patio with them. It's covered so they'll be all nice in the shade. We'll give them some water. We can put some ice in it if you guys want. And we do hot dogs, our smoked all beef hot dogs. We'll heat them up and cut them up and serve them to the dogs for you.
Do you really?
Yeah, all for free.
That's cool. So it's pet friendly.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Beverly, what did you have? Because it didn't take long for you to go through it. What did you eat? Pork meal, pulled pork. What did you have for your sides? Beans and beans. There you go. So he hammered it. She's talking. He was talking about the Tennessee Volunteers, but when he got his food, wasn't much talking. Fork to mouth, getting after it. So people who want to come get the meat by the pound, they got a backyard barbecue coming up. They got some kind of a party, class reunion, picket, wedding reception. They just need the meat by the pound. Tell me about that.
So, any of the meats can be sold by the pound. The ribs, a pound is about a whole rack of them, so that's how we sell those. If you're wanting the meat to be, we can do it cold and vacuum sealed, almost all of them, so that way if you're eating it later in the weekend or something on a day we're not open, then it'll be really easy for people to heat them up and serve them, and it'll keep all their flavor and their moisture since they're vacuum sealed, and all they have to do is drop it in like a pot of boiling water for a few minutes.
Yep. The hickory smoked hams were huge for Christmas.
Yes.
Your dad said he may bring them back out, maybe a year-round thing. But they're getting ready to start taking orders for Christmas. You say, Tom, it's 168 days till Christmas. It's a little early for that, I'm teasing, but it won't be long before they'll be doing smoked turkeys and, smoked hams for the holidays. So the just meats, pulled chicken, pulled beef, pulled pork, smoked turkey, sliced off brisket, chicken salad. You guys sell a lot of chicken salad, don't you?
We do. We actually had a group of bikers come in this morning, and like half of them got chicken salad sandwiches.
Yeah, there's about 30 bikers in here earlier in the show, and they've all eaten and taken off, but they all pulled in with their bikes. It was pretty cool. A lot of Harleys out here. They're gone, but a lot of them, she said, got chicken salad. All right, so talk about the Dream Packs from Phil's Dream Pit.
So they're actually really cool. If you're looking for just like a family meal, you can take it and go out for like a picnic or something. It'll come with all your meat, bun, sauce, and then 3 sides to feed however many people you're trying to feed. It starts at 4 and then goes up in even numbers.
Yeah, 4, 8, 12, you can do it. And so the sides would be what?
Beans, mac and cheese, green beans, coleslaw, macaroni salad, potato salad, really any of our sides except for the hash brown casserole. That one is only sold individually.
The macaroni salad, good. Mac and cheese, awesome. Hash brown casserole, smoking good. In fact, there's nothing here that's not good. I've tried everything. Tell us about the brisket. We're talking to Cassie. Her daddy runs the show here. Tell me about the brisket from Phil's Dream Pit.
Well, we smoke everything. So everything's smoked. The brisket we do sliced. We've had a couple of people request for us to chop it up. So if you're really, really looking forward to that, we can do that for you. But typically it's served sliced. It can be either a sandwich or a platter in like the meal plates or the daily specials. And then by the pound, we also sell it.
You see the man right here. Sir, what'd you have? What'd you eat?
Pulled pork sandwich.
What was your sides?
Macaroni and cheese and baked beans.
He's making me hungry. Pulled pork, mac and cheese, and baked beans. Gentlemen, what's your first name? Ian's here eating. Garrett was here earlier from Anderson County. Place is packed. I mean, you're closed on Sundays and Mondays, so Tuesday through Saturday, it's rocking here. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26, Phil's Dream Pit. Last but not least, we want to talk about the sampler platter. If you want, just come get a sampler platter. Tell us about that.
So those are really good if you're wanting to try something new. It comes with 2 or 3 meats. You'll get 4 ounces of each meat, or for the ribs, you'll get 3 ribs. And they're all the same price, but it'll come with the 2 meats or the 3 meats, and then 2 sides and a piece of garlic toast, and that's any of our meats.
And I don't want to leave the kids out. We have a kids menu too. Tell us about the kids menu.
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff some of the stuff on the kids menu is for like piggy eaters. They still have something here. We have Uncrustables, strawberry and grape, so that way they can choose what they really would like to enjoy. And the hot dogs are really popular with the kids.
And a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a hot dog, or a small pork sandwich for the kids, or brisket or pulled chicken. So they got them for the kids, and you top everything off. with the world famous banana pudding.
Yeah, they're really good.
Ooh,
I'm
gosh.
just selling a lot of them these days.
Get me-
It's been so hot.
I'm getting me some as soon as the show's over here in a few minutes. So, anyway, it's all right here where we are, broadcasting live at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, the hours are open.
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday.
Internet, social media, how do we find you?
Phil'sDreamPit.com, and all of our handles on social media are Phil's Dream Pit.
Yep. And the phone number to call in is 349-6437. Closed Sundays and Mondays. Open Tuesday through Saturday here at Phil's Dream Pit. Open 11 to 7. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26, right across from Aber Trucking. So if you know where Aber Trucking is, if you're coming from Johnson City, come off Eastern Star exit. There it is. If you're coming from Kingsport, get off the Eastern Star exit, come back over top of the interstate. Here we are, Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Hello, Brenda Grindstaff. You know what Conway says? Hello, darling. So there you go. Cassie, thank you. Great job, lady.
Thank you, Tom.
Awesome job. She said, can I do this? Of course. If I can do this, anybody can do this. Trust me. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this from one of our sponsors, good folks from Double C Western Supply. More Major League Baseball next in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the next newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabeth. And again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So, proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
Well, you're getting old when one of your kids in your Awana, back in the day when I did Awana, one of the churches we attended back in the day, he's 39 years old. He's right over there. So he came up and said, you remember me? And as soon as he started talking, I said, well, yeah, you're Joseph. He was 12 years old back in the day. I had to pull him off another kid who was thumping him in the games. I had to pull him off. So, wow. He's 39 years old now. He was probably 10, 11, 12 years old back in the day. Haven't seen him since then. And now he's married and got kids. Good night. Anyway, Joseph Coates, by the way, sitting over there. He's having lunch here at Phil's Dream Pit. That's cool. You just never know. Had him when I was the games guy for the Awana back in the day at the church in Boones Creek. Baseball from yesterday, Texas Rangers are getting it together. We'll talk about that in a moment. They beat the Angels 9-4. Evan Carter's still out to July the 19th. Atlanta in 11 beat Arizona 5-4. Good matchup there today. Zach Gallen will go for Arizona, the World Series runner-ups a year ago. Chris Sale, 11-3, an all-star pick this year, and deservedly so, will be on the mound for the Braves tonight. Other winners from yesterday: Pittsburgh, the Cardinals, Detroit, the Reds, and Minnesota. Hello, Carol Carr and Tony Garrett. Go back and say hello to some of these folks here for a minute. Nancy, John Clark, Gerald Hill, Brenda Grindstaff, Charles Rush, Carl Wilson, hello Carl, Juan Romero, David Land, James Godfrey, Wayne White, Linda Birchfield, Lewis Campbell, Michael Stansberry, downtown Elizabeth watching. Thank you. We'll be there. We'll be downtown Thursday at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishing. Hello, Brian West, Laura Holtzclaw, Chip Harris, some of the folks watching the show. Thank you. So that's yesterday. Here's today's schedule. Goes like this. Again, the Braves, game 2 of that series will be tonight. The Braves will take on Arizona at 9:40 our time from Arizona. The Cubs will be in Baltimore tonight. Cleveland at Detroit. The Dodgers open up that series in Philadelphia. It'll be Ranger Suarez against Zach Wheeler. That's a pretty good matchup. The Dodgers in Philadelphia could be a future playoff setup for the postseason. The Yankees will be in Tampa Bay. Washington and New York to battle the Mets. Red Sox hosting Oakland at Fenway. Cardinals home to Kansas City. Houston hosting Miami. The White Sox entertaining Minnesota tonight. Milwaukee, the front runner, one of the chasers. Pittsburgh will open up a series there against the Brewers. Did they play yesterday? They did not. So open up a new series tonight. Pirates and Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, Texas will be in LA again to battle the Angels. We told you Atlanta at Arizona. Chris Sale 11-3, Zach Gallen 6-4 for Arizona tonight. 9:40 airtime. Seattle at San Diego, and the Giants hosting Toronto. That's your Major League Baseball schedule for today. The standings. Let's see, in the East, in the American League East, Baltimore leading the Yankees by 3. I got a story about the Yankees here in a minute. Let's just give you that. You're talking about a team that's tumbling down, and the Yankee fans they are just irate from what I've read, because they see them stumbling and bumbling like they've done before. Hello, Tyler Parrish. How you doing, sir? They started off 7-6, and then they caught fire and got really, really hot. So, but now they're very, very cold. The 2024 Yankees, best team in baseball to the middle of June. They won 49 of their first 70 games. They won 50 games, only 22 losses, and all of a sudden the wheels have fallen off for the Yankees. Since June 14th, the Yankees have gone 5-15. Now, Stanton's been on the injury list. He's due back soon. The pitching has been so-so for the Yankees. Been okay. Hello, Meredith Berry. How you doing, lady? I know you. Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, Nestor Cortez, the Yankee pitching staff, and Garrett Cole, of course. So the Yankees are struggling. They're 5-15 since June 14th. Where's that put them in the standings? They're 3 behind the front-running Orioles now. They play each other this weekend. Right before the All-Star break, big matchup between the Orioles and the Yankees, the two front-runners. Orioles have won 7 out of 10. They lead the Yankees by 3. The Yankees have lost 7 out of 10. And don't look now, here come the Red Sox. They've cut it to 7 1/2. Red Sox have won 6 out of 10, and so they're nipping at the heels of the Yankees in the East. So it's a 3-horse race right now. Red Sox are playing really good baseball over the last 30 days. And that's in the East. In the Central, Cleveland leads Minnesota by 5. The Twins are hot. They've won 3 straight and 7 out of 10. They've cut it to 5. The Royals have woken back up. They've cut it to 8.5. Anytime you're under single digits heading into the All-Star break, it's a pretty good shot. Of course, All-Star games a week from tonight in Texas. They got one more weekend series coming up. Hello, Pastor Bobby Stout. Gosh, he's my hero. Hope you're doing well, sir. So Cleveland leads Minnesota by 5. The Royals by 8 1/2. In the West, Seattle tumbling a bit. They've lost 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. The Astros have lost 2 in a row, but they've won over the last 10. They went 6-4. They are 2 back now, and the Rangers, they bounced around here, and all of a sudden they've caught fire. They've won 4 in a row and 6 out of 10. Again, Evan Carter out to July 19th. But the Rangers have cut it to 5.5, so they're hanging around. It's a 3-horse race in the American League West right now. Seattle, 2 better than Houston. Texas, 5.5 back in 3rd place. Then you get into the National League. The Phillies lead the Braves by 7.5. The Braves have won 3 in a row and 6 out of 10. Man, they get hot and cold, don't they? The Phillies over the last 10 games are 5-5. They'll play each other this weekend. The Phillies and the Braves. Phillies got the Dodgers this front end of the week and the Braves at the back end of the week. I'm wrong about that. They just got done playing the Braves. My bad. I don't know what I'm thinking. The Phillies got the Dodgers. The Braves on a road trip. Scratch that. They just got done playing the Phillies. But the Braves are 7.5 out. But the Phillies do play the Dodgers tonight. It's a big matchup in Philadelphia. In the Central Division, Milwaukee leads the Cardinals by 4.5. Cardinals have won 2 straight and 7 out of 10. They're playing really, really good baseball. And they're coming on. They're challenging the Brewers. They're pulling for the Pirates, who play them tonight in Milwaukee, opening up a series there. Then in the NL West, you've got the Dodgers. Being the Dodgers, they lead the Padres by 7.5. The Dodgers are 5-5 over the last 10. They make an East Coast trip now, in the middle of an East Coast swing. The Padres have lost 2 in a row, but they've won 6 out of 10. So that's your look at Major League Baseball right now. And so the hottest team right now would be the Minnesota Twins, it would appear. Garrett Crochet, the outstanding southpaw who leads the majors in strikeouts, who pitches for a very bad Chicago White Sox team. How bad are they? The White Sox, good night, 26-67. Are they worse than Colorado? Let's see. I would think they would be. Yep, they are. It's the worst team in baseball. 26-67. Yet this guy leads the league and leads the major leagues in strikeouts. He's an American League All-Star for the first time, and everybody wants him. Trade rumors concerning this guy, everybody, all 30 teams have said we're interested in Garrett Crochet, who pitched to Tennessee, of course. So he leads him in strikeouts, the major league, so everybody wants this guy. So, see what it says here. Yep, leads the majors, 146 strikeouts. The 3rd highest first half strikeout total in White Sox history, behind Chris Sale and Dylan Cease. So there you go. This guy, and everybody wants him. He is definitely trade bait, and I'm sure he'll go somewhere. No question. If you get off the worst team in baseball to go anywhere, I would think you'd be jumping at that opportunity. So that's a look at Major League Baseball. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, the Home Run Derby's been set. The participants to this point have said yes. Gunnar Henderson, Baltimore, Alec Boehm from the Phillies, Pete Alonso from the Mets, Bobby Witt from the Royals, and Marcell Ozuna from the Braves will be in the Home Run Derby coming up on Monday night. NASCAR. Where do we go in NASCAR this week? We're heading to Pocono. Triple header. Friday night truck series, the CRC Brake Lean 175 on Friday night. On Saturday, the Xfinity race, the Explore the Pocono Mountains 225. And then the Cup race will be on Sunday afternoon at 2:30, the Great American Getaway 400. And that's your NASCAR weekend coming up in Pocono. We'll take a break. Got a crazy story. The name, image, and likeness. It's nuts in college sports. Crazy, nuts story, I think. Maybe you don't, but I do. See what you think about it. We'll take a break, and we'll talk about players suing the NCAA now. And if they get the right lawyer, they're going to win. They'll get something out of it just because they're suing them. They'll give them something for them to go away, I promise you. Plus, we got 2 new auctions going on at Collins & Company. .info. David Collins, he'll be with us later this week on the show. We had a comic book auction we told you about yesterday. It's out there. We got 2 more now running. You have 3 auctions to talk about. We'll take you down that trail, and also this story about these players suing the NCAA. Crazy. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years and we plan on being in business for another 35 years, so we want to make our customers happy.
Hi, this is Greg Salyer. Join me every Wednesday at noon here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show as we talk Major League Baseball. Baseball news both on and off the field. Wednesdays at noon here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
He'll be with us tomorrow here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll be back at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Elizabeth and Chick-fil-A did open on September the 5th, so we'll keep trucking to the Johnson City location on People Street, right now from Best Buy, until we go back to the Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on September the 5th. So we're excited about that. Let's take a look at this story. This is nuts, in my opinion. You may say it's certainly understandable, but I don't. 16 former men's college basketball players are suing the NCAA for the unauthorized use of their name, image, and likeness in the March Madness highlight video. Not making this up. Mario Chalmers from Kansas hit a 3-pointer, 2 seconds left to tie Memphis and force overtime. Well, that's part of the highlights package of March Madness. And so they've showed this over and over. So now they are suing the NCAA because they're being taken advantage of. 16 guys. Defendants to the class action lawsuit, which was filed Monday, includes the Big East, the Pac-12, the Big Ten, the Big 12, SEC, the ACC, and Turner Sports Interactive. The attorney says they've been paid nothing by the NCAA or its partner TSI for the continued use of their names, image, and likeness in the highlight video and promoting and monetizing March Madness. So now you can't run a highlight video, apparently, with these guys in it because they want their money. You're making money off us. It's a highlight video. And I guess they're making money off of it. I don't know. I just know they run this, the great moments of March Madness, which is a really cool montage of the big moments of the tournament. I guess that will no longer be unless you pay them to do it. The lawsuit accuses the defendants, NCAA, of systematically and intentionally misappropriating the plaintiff's publicity rights. I mean, it's like the universities play defense all the time. I mean, at what point do we stop and go, wait a minute, we're giving these guys everything. They get a scholarship, they probably don't go to class, maybe some do, I don't know. Academics doesn't seem to be a big thing anymore. How many times you hear anybody talking about grade point average or majors? No, it's what you can get me. Me. So the university is always on the hook for everything. It's like they're the bad guy all the time. And yet they provide Tom Taylor with a full ride scholarship in the best dorms probably on campus, the athletic dorms, more times than not. We're as good as anybody on campus. The training table, the weight room, the facilities, the normal student doesn't get in the schools and universities. the athletes are encouraged to use and are, well, they're mandatory to use to get better at the sport they're participating in. I mean, these universities roll out the red carpet of these guys over, and they give them the best of everything. They get tutors if they even go to class. They get tutors to give them help. I mean, it goes on and on and on with what they give these guys. They baby them. And so the thanks they get, they turn around and sue the NCAA. Well, you all are making money off me. Well, but the school's on the hook for the student athlete, for the dorm, the food, the training facilities, and it goes on and on and on. And so, you know, I got a problem with it. It's just me. Maybe you don't, but they're suing the NCAA because they're using their pictures in a highlight video and they're not getting paid for it. I mean, what? It's something all the time. Everybody's got their hand out. And universities, I mean, the conferences, I don't know if you know this. I know Patricia Price and Harold Ball and Julie Taylor. Thank you guys for watching. The conferences have also agreed to create a system that allows schools to pay roughly $20 million per year in the revenue sharing to the athletes. And we've talked about this all year, and that's not a surprise announcement, but the bottom line is the university they've got to pony up all the time. What are the athletes doing? Well, they're using the universities, what they're doing, and they say the university's using them. Well, to a point, but when, again, you're given the best accommodations, the best of the best on campus, don't tell me the athletes don't get better living quarters and the training table than the average student. You would never convince me of that because I've been on college campuses and I know firsthand. That is exactly how it is. Even when I was at Marshall years ago, who's a mid-major, they get the best of the best, even then, back when I was in school. So don't tell me they don't. They do. But so, you know, it's always give me, you know, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, why. It's like, at some point, somebody's going to say, look, enough's enough. We give you guys, you know, now we're going to give you revenue sharing. So now we can't even run a highlight video because you're not getting compensated in the highlight video. 16 guys have sued. They'll get something, guarantee it. Just to make them go away, that somebody will give them some kind of money. I mean, they're going to get. But what they've done, they've set a precedent for everybody else now. So I guess every March Madness highlight video that shows the big plays, the great moments of the tournament, which I think is very well done. It's awesome. It's a great montage for college basketball. But these thumbsuckers want, you know, well, I didn't get my money. You're going into the best living quarters on campus. You have the best training table. I've said this before, I'm being redundant, but at some point, you got to stop giving. At some point, you got to go, look, university's got to get some kind of credit here. We're providing the opportunity for you to be who you are and excel at the sport you're participating in. But anyway, they're suing them. They're going to get the money. I guarantee it. They'll get something, so they'll go away. It's nuts, in my opinion. I don't know what you think, but that's what me thinks. We'll take a quick break. Me thinks we're going to come back and run down one more time Major League Baseball's schedule for tonight. We'll do that right after this timeout. One of our great sponsors, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. We'll do that right after this on the Tom Dillon Sports.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. And we start them off at 4. Dream Pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides with a pint each. So it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertised now from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, 1.5 quarts of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want, $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media?
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is.
That's
our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, hello to Angela Grauberger. That's a new one. Billy Lewis. Hello, sir. Mike Martin. Katie Thompson. Hello, ladies. Thank you. Margaret Cannon. Jaquay Branklin. Hope I'm saying that. Jaquay Branklin, maybe. Alvin Fudge. Charles Reeve. Steve and Tammy Lochner. Thank you all for watching. Holly and Tim Ratliff. Stanley Louisville. I guess if I said it right. Agnes Weiber. Harold Ball, Patricia Price. Thank you all for watching. Here's the verse of the day, by the way. It goes like this. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. And it goes like this out of the book of Psalms. It says, Psalms 113, 2 through 4 says, let the name of the Lord be praised, both now and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. Amen. Verse 4, the Lord is high above all the nations, his glory above the heavens. That's our verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Psalms 113, 2, 3, and 4, the verse of the day. Hello, Jamie Remick and Craig. Let's see who these people are. Craig Tagamine. Hope I'm saying it right. Eric Wampler, our great principal from Harold McCormick Elementary in Elizabeth. Hello, sir. Thank you for watching. Latanya Moss. Thank you very much for watching. Like it and share it, and you do. We appreciate that very much. Back with you tomorrow. We'll be from 11 to 1 at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on People Street, right down from Best Buy. There's 2 in Johnson City. Why I tell you that. We always go to that one, because that's Tim's store and Connie's store, and we love being there. All right, baseball schedule. Here we go for the major leagues tonight. Everything under the lights. Cubs in Baltimore, Cleveland and Detroit. Philadelphia, the Dodgers will square off in Philly. That's a good one. Zach Wheeler will go for, oh gosh, who are the starting pitchers? Oh, went totally blank. Good night. Dodgers and Phillies. I had it earlier in my brain. Now I can't remember who it is. Yankees at Tampa Bay. Anyway, it's a big series. The Phillies and the Dodgers, the 2 top teams, NL East and NL West, squaring off tonight in Philly. Place will be rocking. Yankees at Tampa Bay. The Mets hosting Washington. Red Sox at Fenway. They'll be hosting, the Red Sox will be hosting the Oakland A's. Hello to Beverly Eagle, Linda Connor, Steve Norris. Thank you all so much for watching the show. Reds, Nick Lodolo on the mound against Cal Quantrill and the Rockies in Cincinnati, one of our regional teams. Cardinals hosting Kansas City. Cardinals are hot. Minnesota, the hottest team in the bigs right now, playing in Chicago against the worst team and the White Sox. Miami and Houston tonight in Houston. Milwaukee hosting the Pirates. The Angels home to Texas. You have Seattle at San Diego, the Giants hosting Toronto, and Atlanta will take on Arizona game 2 of that series. In Arizona, Zach Gallen, 6-4 for the Diamondbacks. And Chris Sale, 11-3, having a heck of a year for the Braves on the mound tonight at 9:40 our time of Major League Baseball. That's going to do it from here. Big thank you to Hank Brown from Crazy Eights Road Race being with us, and also Jeff Beverly. Great report on Tennessee football and Tennessee baseball as far as recruiting. I would think Tony Vitello, the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteer Baseball team, will have his choice, his pick, if you will, of who he wants to come play and pitch and play for the Tennessee Volunteers having won a national championship. I would think it'd be pretty easy to recruit. Everybody wants to come to a winner. Hello, Selena Stout. How you doing, lady? I think I saw you the other day at Texas Roadhouse, I think, a week or so ago. Hello to Larry Peters. Hello to Paul Bennett. Getting wrapping it up here. And behind us, by the way, there you go, would be a terrible weatherman. All these plaques are rib cook-offs. They won so many they stopped doing them. That's not being arrogant. It's like, well, okay, we just won so many in the 15 years we've been in business. Here at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. They stopped doing them. But the quality's still there. This place has been packed since we got here. They're open on Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays, 11 to 7 every day. Phil'sDreamPit.com. Phone number is 349-6437. If you need just meat by the pound, the barbecue by the pound, you can get it. You just want just meats. Here's the menu. You can come in and pick up one of these or go on the web. It's there. Just meats. There you go. Come in and just order the meats only. Pulled chicken, get it by the pound. Pulled beef, pulled pork, smoked turkey, sliced beef brisket, chicken salad, a full or half rack of baby back ribs. Hello, Cody Talley and Wayne Huff. Hope I was in it right. Get the sides to go too if you want them. Baked beans, with pulled pork, creamy coleslaw, macaroni and cheese, seasoned Italian green beans, potato salad, macaroni salad, hash brown casserole. They got it all as far as the sides. They have the sampler platter. They got the daily specials. They have just sandwiches only here. Phil's Dream Pit. There's your logo. Then they also have, again, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26 between Johnson City and Kingsport. Hello, Helen Blevins. Oh, Helen made me that little toughie. Crocheted me a toughie. I've got it. You'll see that during the football broadcast this year for sure. In 45 days, 7 hours, and 22 minutes. So at Phil's Dream Pit, you get the daily specials, the brisket, the pulled beef, the pulled chicken, pulled pork, the turkey, the chicken salad, all that's available. And then the Dream Packs comes in increments of 4. Takeout only. Includes your meat, your buns, barbecue sauce, your choice of 3 sides. Feeds 4. 4, 8, 12, 16 in increments of 4. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef, half chicken on the bone, sliced beef brisket, pulled pork. There it is. They call them the Dream Packs. You saw Michaela and Brian talk about that earlier in the show. All right here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. That's going to do it from here. We thank you again. Did I read the verse? Let's read it one more time, the verse of the day. We'll do that, and we'll skedaddle on out of here. Get ready to eat some lunch myself. Back with you tomorrow at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Greg Salyer joins us tomorrow. Alex will join us, sports writer from the Johnson City Press. He'll join us tomorrow. And we got a couple more guests, some new guests coming in. Jeff Freed's going to be with us one day this week. Jeff Freed, I think it's tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I got to go home and check. Guy who caught the perfect game from Tom Browning of the Cincinnati Reds. He lives here in the Tri-Cities. He coaches here in the Tri-Cities. He wants to come be on the show. We want him to be on the show. I'm jacked up. I think it's tomorrow. Got to double check. It's one day this week. So we'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City tomorrow with show number 2105. To wrap it up, Psalms 113, 2, 3, and 4. Let the name of the Lord be praised, both now and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. The Lord is high above all the nations. His glory I like my microphone better there. His glory above the heavens. Good stuff. Let the name of the Lord be praised both now and forevermore, from the rising of the sun to the place where it sets. The name of the Lord is to be praised. The Lord is high above all the nations. His glory above the heavens. Psalms 113, verses 2, 3, and 4. Good way to end it. And we'll be back with you tomorrow. Don't forget, tonight we'll have a meet and greet new coaches at Elizabethton High School. The new baseball coach, Mike Korn. The new volleyball coach, Greg Barrientos. I know I'm not saying it right, but we'll get it right. We'll get the official pronunciation from the coach himself. He'll be there tonight. It'll be from 6 to about 6:15, 6:30. We'll be live at Elizabethton High School to welcome the new coaches. We are your home for Cyclone Sports, T.A. Duggar Sports, Milligan University Sports. We're very excited about that. How about we just do this? There you go. 45 days, 7 hours, 19 minutes till Cyclone football against Science Hill. So we'll get out of here. We'll tell you, as always, bloom where you planted. Win or lose, be a good sport. And we always tell you we're out of time. We sincerely thank you that you took your time to watch the show and listen to the show. It means the world to me. Thank you. Back with you tomorrow. From Phil's Dream Pit, for Brian Pipkin and all the great folks working hard here. It's been hopping since we got here. Open until 7 o'clock tonight. Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7. Till then, we'll tell you, as always, win or lose, be a good sport, moms and dads. Don't go to a ballgame and act like an idiot, because your kids watch you. They emulate what you do. Win or lose, be a good sport, and bloom where you planted. See you back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on People Street, right down from Best Buy. So long, everybody, from Phil's Dream Pit on show number 2104 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.